Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to say call on Yahweh by Hashem Hawashai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, giving respect to the great Ali Shaidat of Israel, the great I am, and his only begotten son, whom the world calls Jesus Christ, but that's not his name. His name is Yahweh Shai. Giving much respect, call on Yahweh by Hashem Hawashai, by Hashem Rakakwadash, giving respect to the great Ali Shaidra and his only begotten son, the one who died for Israel and rose to sit to become his father's royal right arm, my redeemer, my comforter, and my salvation, and the only one that plead his blood over Israel, the only nation, granted for a salvation. Yay. And giving respect to the Great Millstone, the teachers that's given me so much incredible knowledge. I feel like my head's about to explode. I'm listening to Apostle Tahar so much right now. I'm not only feeling checked, I'm feeling edified, you know what I'm saying, per se, you know, like, and just making sure that I go right on the things that I'm going off on during my time and getting me prepared for these great times of tribulation. So shout out to Apostle Tahar, leader of Great Millstone, you know what I'm saying. These prophets are only here to help us and for our benefit through the power and spirit of Yahweh Bashem Hawashai. And, you know, just listening to them just make my mind go up a little bit more and make me consider the things that I'm like, what else am I doing wrong? You know, besides the beard, you know what I'm saying? I got to fix my beard because of whatever I'm going through. Salaki, if you don't see it, just certain things that I'm going through that I need to change. But other than that, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, just making me like, okay, you know what I'm saying? He was talking about food, diet, working out, being strong. You know, I was thinking about that too. I'm trying to up my intellect, you know, through listening to them and studying when I can. And he also teaching me how to remove blockage. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of things that, a couple of things that is blocking my mind and stopping it from, you know, expanding. So it's like, you know, the daily things that I do need to work on more changes. So shout out to Great Millstone, Apostle Tahar, you know, leader of Great Millstone. He's very much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Without these guys, I don't know what I would do in my life, man, because I don't got no father figure. The Lord, Yahweh was my father figure, and he put the elders, the upper elders, the apostles, the brothers here to give me that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and it make me feel better every day. It just make me, when these prophets speak, I listen, and it just make me figure out ways to improve myself, especially when I hear from, you know what I'm saying, a leader. Just like, you know, pump me up, give me motivation, like, all right, this is what I need to work on, that's what I need to work on. So shalom to Great Millstone, man. Shalom to Apostle Tahar. You know what I'm saying? This is a part of my recording, so, you know, shout out to those brothers. And giving respect to the Aqua, the Akim, the brothers that's in the word, you know what I'm saying? Even though you might not be from Great Millstone such as me, you know what I'm saying? You still go out to the highways and byways. You still follow them and listen to their videos. And you still follow them, listen to their videos, and you go on the highways and byways, and you do it at home, you know what I'm saying? And you risk your freedom in your life to do so just as well as these brothers, you know? It's just amazing, man. Like, before I start, I'm going to give respect to the Akwaf, the beautiful women that are in the truth. You know, shout out to you, beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? You awesome women. You know, whether you got a man or not, you still fear the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High, and you listen and you learn in silence. So get into the episode. I erased the episode on accident, so this will be the part 2 of believing. You know what I'm saying? Believing part 2, because you got to believe in the Lord. Call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and Name Yahushai to even be a part. To even be a part. You know what I'm saying? You got to believe. You know what I'm saying? You gotta believe, my brothers and sisters. Believe. So loud, these engines are annoying. You gotta believe, my brothers and sisters. Believe. Believe in the Lord. God is good, man. Especially when you know that the Lord is here for you and for your benefit. That's even more reason to believe, you know what I'm saying? So, you know, shalom to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai and the name Yahushai. And today is the day before. I do believe today is the 15th. So it's blood moon night tonight. So hopefully, you know what I'm saying, in this part of the world's hemisphere, I can be able to see the blood moon. It was full last night for the Sabbath. So tonight, hopefully it should be, you know what I'm saying, red, and I can be able to see the blood moon from my own eyes. Because, you know, sometimes the blood moon may reflect on one part of the world, and then when it get to this part, you know what I'm saying, it might not be, you know, a blood moon. So we'll see. They said it's going to be a blood moon tonight. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. And because it's a warning and it's a sign of the times is getting close. So the Most High, for those of us that are still small time in the truth, still learning, still catching on to the ropes, still getting the wisdom and knowledge, understanding, and growing, He getting us prepared for these things that are ahead. So we can get to a couple of Bible precepts, if I may. Yeah, man, the world, like I'm gonna say one thing: the white man is evil, and the world that he made is fucking evil, yo. That's one thing I can say, man. Alright, this is a good one. We in Hosea chapter 5, verse 1. It says, "Hear this, O priests, take heed to the house of Israel." Oh my goodness, I need to move my bag. Give me a second. I know my videos got terrible fucking quality. I know. You guys gotta bear with me in my terrible quality. At least I'm out here trying. Unlike the rest of these brothers that say that they hard and they strong and they just the shit. They out there somewhere sitting in the house because it's too hot, eating and smoking and drinking and laying up with their girl. The girl got them anchored down, you know what I'm saying? And they not doing a damn thing, you know what I'm saying, to please Yahweh. They're not paying attention to the Lord, you know what I'm saying? They not believing, they don't have no belief, and they not worried about it. So, at least I'm out here, trying my best, you know what I'm saying, to serve Yahweh, be out here on the highways and byways, do what I gotta do it in and out. I'm at home putting up the word, you know what I'm saying, coming up with different ideas. Certain things in the Bible are just too deep for me to explain. Certain things in the Bible, you know what I'm saying, they're not too deep, but they require a lot of explanation, you know what I'm saying? So I listen to the prophets, you know what I'm saying, get some of the word. The majority of the Bible I do know, but I got to be more accurate on history. I was studying a little bit here, a little bit there about the 16 and the 1700s, you know what I'm saying, studying different events, you know what I'm saying, about Greece and Rome, you know what I'm saying, how they took over everything, they changed the laws. You study the 70 to 71 AD, you know what I'm saying, about the Great Collapse and just how bad our overthrow was and how they just stole the world. They just took the world because, the children of Israel was going off, so, you got to know a good deal of knowledge, right now, one thing that Apostle Tahar was getting on was health. You know what I'm saying? In order to live a long life, you got to live healthy. So I'm about to change my diet up. I'm about to bring up a diet and stick with that diet for the rest of my days. You know what I'm saying? And stop eating at these terrible places. These ain't the, these ain't the good places that you want to eat at. You know what I'm saying? It's better to eat at home, eat good, eat safe, be healthy, So it says here, this, oh, that's because it's dim. I'm saving a light on it. It says, "Hear this, O priest, take heed, O house of Israel, give ear to the house of the king." So where does the Spirit, I can't even see myself. I guess it's on battery saver. So it says, "Where is the Spirit of the Lord dwelling?" Where is the Spirit of the Lord? You know what I'm saying? Here on the earth. It's with his people, the children of Israel. That's why the Most High say, you pray. When you pray, your spirit go up to Yahweh. But, most importantly, the Spirit of the Lord is dwelling within the children of Israel. A lot of them don't even have no idea that is, that's in the Bible, that the Lord is within you. You know what I'm saying? Take a good look in the mirror, you know what I'm saying? And really consider yourself, consider your history, consider your past, consider your ancestors, your people, how you got here. That's why the Most High say, look in the mirror, look at yourself, man. So it says, "Give ear, O house of the king, for yours is the judgment, because you have been a snare to Mitzpah and a net spread in Tabor. The revolters are deeply involved in slaughter. Though I rebuke them all," it says, "I know Ephraim and Israel is not hidden from me. For now, Ephraim, you commit harlotry. Israel is defiled. And Ephraim probably got a lot to do with the Indians too, because they do a lot. You know what I'm saying? I heard that they not only eventually they was put into slavery, where they were in slavery. It was a time and a moment to where they was mingling with the white man, so they kids coming out with a slave mentality, and they enslaving Israelite children. They enslaving their own brothers and sisters, putting them in slavery, making them work. You know what I'm saying? Making them be in them plantations. You know what I'm saying? Force them to work on an Indian plantation. So that's kind of surprised, but then again, it's not. It's in history that it did happen. You know what I'm saying? And then later on, the Edomites came and took over their plantations. You know what I'm saying? And then they let the Israelites go. You know what I'm saying? Well, half in, half out, they let them go. You know what I'm saying? According to history. You look into the Trail of Tears. You know what I'm saying? That short history will be able to give you some insight on it. You know what I'm saying? Not only they was in slavery, but they did enslave, you know what I'm saying, they own brothers and sisters, you know, they did enslave them. So it says they do not direct their deeds toward turning to their God Yahweh, for the spirit of harlotry is in their midst. Not only that, Most High put the spirit of wickedness on them. When the Most High saw them on the earth, they was worshiping other gods. They was practicing other things that were not lawful in the Bible. They was calling other gods and making up other gods. I know you heard of totem poles and spirit animals. You know what I'm saying? Smoking. You know what I'm saying? To invoke spirits. That a lot of that during that time in history, that it was coming from certain tribes of the children of Israel that were Indians, man. They was doing all kinds of things. You know what I'm saying? They would kill an animal, and instead of giving respect to Yahweh, they would give respect to the animal because they thought it was the animal spirit god or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like the spirit of the boar, the spirit of the wolf. You know what I'm saying? The spirit of the jaguar. I've heard of all kinds of spirits, you know? And they give homage to them. Like the totem pole is like 3 different animals. You know what I'm saying? Or if not animals, 3 different spirits, 4 or 5 different spirits on one big ass totem pole. And they would go and worship that. And they would dance around it and do campfires and invoke wickedness and, you know, use magic to contact these spirits, not knowing that the spirits report to the Most High. You know what I'm saying? And the Most High, you know, eventually he has something done about it, you know? It says, for the spirit of harlotry is in their midst, and they do not know the Lord, Yahweh. It says, the pride of Israel testifies to his face. Therefore Israel and Ephraim stumble in their iniquity. Judah also stumbles with them. That's right. Meaning that the deeper and deeper, now today it's 2022, you know what I'm saying? So the deeper and deeper our people get into the things that they believe, the more and more they trapped in wickedness, you know? And it's a big fat majority of our people that are into wickedness. They into this demonic, this lifestyle, you know what I'm saying? Like smoking, partying, drinking, you know what I'm saying? Popping pills. Oh, especially the generation that I've seen, you know what I'm saying? And their parents, they get all this money and then they get deeper into their jobs. Even jobs in education is a sign of wickedness. You know what I'm saying? They get so much in their education, they get so much into the things that they doing, you know, their self-indulgence. They don't pay attention to the kids. So the kids, you know, they get into all kinds of wickedness, man, all kinds of shit. And it's been like that for a long time, like going down the, you know, the family tree, the family line, the grapevine. You know what I'm saying? It affects the adult and it affects the child. It affects that child's child. That child got children. It affects their children. And then it goes down the line. So the kids coming out more wickeder. For it says for the it says for iniquity shall abound. So the love of, it says for iniquity shall abound, the love of many shall grow wax cold. So a lot of people are not caring about the things that they're doing. Our people are not considering the bad things that they're doing. They don't care. They feel like they can get away with it. They feel like there is no God. God is not watching. When they don't consider the things around them. This world just don't spin. You know what I'm saying? The stars not there, and the sun and the moon, the mountains, the animals, they're not there for no reason. You know, Yahweh made them. The Lord made them. Yahweh made everything or created everything, but you know, this is the things that they think in their minds, and what people tell them is becoming a stumbling block to what they do, you know? Whatever ideology that they believe in is becoming a stumbling block to them. car ugly, man. Who would do that? That car is ugly, yo. Oh, the car with bow and ribbons on it, and it was black at the top and pink at the bottom, and the wheels was pink. Ugly car. It says, with their flocks and herds they shall seek Yahweh, but they will not find him. It says, he has withdrawn himself from them. They have dealt treacherously with Yahweh, for they have begotten pagan children. Now a new moon shall devour them and their heritage. That's right. So when the Edomites had taken over, they had set down these different laws. You could look into the Apocrypha. You can look into the beginning. You know what I'm saying? The laws in Deuteronomy, the consequences that'll happen to us, and the curses that'll come upon us for mingling with the wicked generation and allowing them, you know what I'm saying, to have kids and to be with us and to mingle with them. You know what I'm saying? And to have children, have families, and have wickedness with them. You know, little covenant with these Edomites. A lot of our brothers and sisters, they like white people. A lot of our brothers and sisters, they accept them. You know, and they don't want to learn, and they have not been taught that these people are our enemies. They choose to forget the heritage. They choose to forget the things that happened to them, and they be like, oh, we cool, let bygones be bygones, we're fine with them, everybody should be equal, when it's not. If that were so, you know what I'm saying, if the Lord would have it to where everybody was equal, then it wouldn't be no racism. But there is, you know what I'm saying? So there's hot tension, you know what I'm saying, between the children of Israel and the Edomites, you know what I'm saying? So, and it's always been like that, you know what I'm saying? If the Most High would have it so, it wouldn't be no KKK, it wouldn't be no militia groups, it wouldn't be no Nazi groups, you know what I'm saying? You wouldn't go into communities to where as soon as they see a Negro, they would go and attack him, hang him, or try to get him voted up out of the community. Because I hear all kind of stories about shit like that. You go to an all-white community and they see a brother that get a house in there, they gonna do everything in their power to drive you out, even try to kill you, man. Eventually, they gonna try to attack you. Eventually, you know. And it says, for they have begotten pagan children. So it's brothers that's mingling. You know, back in the days when we was in rule, we did have white servants. We did have females that were white, you know what I'm saying? And we went through by the law, you know what I'm saying, that we would be able to get our women pregnant. That's why, if they are women, if the white women are our women and our servants, we would be able to get them pregnant and have children that were mixed by them. But that's by the laws back then. You know what I'm saying? By the laws back then, whenever the children of Israel would take over, they would kill all the men and they would take the women, you know what I'm saying? And they would kill the babies, they would destroy their cities, and they would take their women, which are the spoils of war, their treasures. You know what I'm saying? Ooh, these flies getting on my nerves. Why are they right here, man? Move, you fly. Move. Flies getting on my nerves. They just flying on my legs. All that. They just here for no reason. It says they would take them during these times. You know what I'm saying? And you can read it in Numbers. You know what I'm saying? You can read it also in Kings. I do believe. I'm not trying to go too far to her because I got to reread the Bible. I know a lot, but, certain things you do forget. It's a lot of knowledge. So you got to memorize, take time, study. So, but if you do look in the book of Numbers, it does say that. You know what I'm saying? So they will have them, right? They will have them, right? And they will have kids by them by law. So that's why they call Israel a speckled bird, because some of the Israelites, they are white, or they do appear to be, you know what I'm saying, white kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? But that's how it happens, you know? So, but now, you know what I'm saying, we're not in our custom, we're not in the law, so it is against the law, you know what I'm saying? It's not following the great tradition, so we done totally fell out of our kingdom, we totally fell out of the heaven that the Lord created for us, we totally fell out of our rulership, so now they doing wickedness, because when you fast forward to our times, the Most High say to get away from the heathen, get away from the enemy, don't be a part of them, don't be intermingling with these white people and having kids with them, falling in love with them, having a family. They've been revealed to be the wicked and to be the enemy, which is why back then when we started falling off and going against the laws, like in 70 AD, before the 70 AD event happened, we was doing shit like that, grafting them in, allowing the men to marry our women, Edomite men to marry our women. You know what I'm saying? They even had white people, which they supposed to be slaves to the children of Israel. They had them marrying into the royal line, having sympathy over them. And lo and behold, the Most High had allowed the white man to get smart in the past and to come and overtake our shit. You know what I'm saying? To overthrow us and to destroy us, man. Because we was doing a lot of wickedness that was making the Lord jealous, and we was upholding, even worshiping their gods. They were bringing little idols and shit. You know what I'm saying? In the past, they were bringing little necklaces that was like symbolic to other gods and shit, little jewelry and shit. You know what I'm saying? Paintings and statues. Not knowing, little do the Israelites know that they about to suffer the consequences for it. We're about to suffer the consequences for it. And on top of that, we're inviting in gods that didn't belong to the Lord. We wasn't following our laws. We wasn't following our books. You can read it in I do believe Exodus. You know what I'm saying? You can read that when the children of Israel would go off and they built a golden calf, and when Moses came down, they was worshiping a calf of gold instead of waiting for Moses to come down from talking to Yahweh the Lord, you know what I'm saying, and bringing them the 10 Commandments. When Moses saw that, he threw the 10 Commandments on the ground and destroyed it, and he was so angry at these people, God had to call him, Moses had to ask the Lord to spare, you know what I'm saying, the people, even though he was angry with them, and God called them up and then reestablished the 2 stones with the commandments on it and brought it back down. And he killed some of the wicked to make them an example, and the rest of them would follow. But over time and time again, you had the same 2/3, you know what I'm saying, over the ages. They would go off more and more, and they would do more and more wicked things and then doubt Yahweh, even though the Most High performed miracles. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing as today. They can see a big ass spaceship fly by. I can catch it on camera. They would consider that an alien, or they just wouldn't believe. You know what I'm saying? Be like, oh look, there's a UFO right there. Those is aliens from another planet, because they don't have no knowledge of what's going on. They don't understand. You know what I'm saying? And I know exactly what it is, but they don't. You know what I'm saying? They would consider that an enemy, or they wouldn't believe it all. Be like, man, you just playing, man. That's just a cloud, man. It could be one cloud, and it don't have to be no clouds around. Man, our people are so wicked. They will come up with any fucking excuse not to know the truth, man. Some of them are scared to convert. That's normal. You know what I'm saying? Some of them don't want to. Some of them don't care. Some of them consider the Bible as conspiracy talk. You know what I'm saying? Just a story to tell. You know what I'm saying? Entertainment, when it's not. You see all these plagues and all these terrible things happening. They talking about blackouts starting June 1st. They telling the people California to be on water control, California or Arizona to be on water control, water alert. You know what I'm saying? They telling them to they can't sprinkle their grass, they can't take care of their farms. You know what I'm saying? They can't take care of nothing. It's a drought going on, so water is being rationalized. Slowly but surely, it'll be all. I wouldn't be no surprise if it was everywhere in the United States, but it's gonna take some more time for that. They telling them that starting June 1st, that's gonna be issued. We are like a week or two away from June, so it's a lot of things, a lot of changes that's gonna go down in June. They talking about diesel crisis. They running out of gas for the diesels. They rationalizing. The white man setting up all kinds of things, and then they gonna blame it, instead of blaming it on the white people. You know what I'm saying? Instead of white people blaming themselves like I did it, they gonna go blame it on Ukraine. They gonna go blame it on natural causes. You know what I'm saying? They gonna blame it on wars that's going on in overseas that ain't got nothing to do with America. They just a part of this shit. They just in this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna make up many excuses instead of, the prophets, like they're doing it. As simple as that. They doing that shit. Everything is all pre-set up. Everything is all planned. So we're gonna keep going. It says, now a new moon shall devour them and their heritage. So instead of us worshiping our customs and us following the law, guess what's happening? We doing the white man customs and we following their laws, So when Mother's Day pop up, when Christmas pop up, the children of Israel, they worship that shit. When your birthday pop up, they worship that shit. You know what I'm saying? I seen a nigga get so mad because he couldn't do his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Getting into arguments, getting all the kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because, he wasn't able to do his birthday. He wasn't able to set it off the way he wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Little girls and little kids having bad days because they not doing no birthdays. You know what I'm saying? They birthday up, but don't nobody care about them. Don't you understand that your birthday is not even real? It's just another day, man. That's idol worship. All this shit is idol worship. Move, you fly. It says, now it says, blow the ram's horn in Gibeah, the trumpet in Ramah, cry aloud in Beth Aven. This fly getting on my nerves. Cry aloud at Beth Aven. Look behind you, O Benjamin. Ephraim shall be desolate in the day of rebuke among the tribes of Israel. I will make known what is sure. That's right. Because these people, there's a price you got to pay for the things that you do. Come on now. You got the real world. You got the spiritual realm. People dream a small fragment. Your dreams come from the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? When you go to sleep and you dream, it comes from that spiritual plane. You know what I'm saying? They call it astral projection too. You know what I'm saying? You have dreams, out-of-body experiences. That's all fucking spiritual. So, you know, there's a spiritual hierarchy, which is Yahweh. He ruled both physical and the spiritual realm. But I'm just saying, it's laws, it's things that, you know what I'm saying, that's set in a place to where you can't change. You know what I'm saying? Like when the Most High tell the wind blow, that's a law. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High tell the sun to shine and be on schedule, those are laws. You know what I'm saying? The sun, the wind, got to obey those laws. When the Most High tell the moon to come out, that's a law. You know what I'm saying? When the Most High tell, ooh, these flies, they're attacking the shit out of me. Move, man, move, you stupid fly. You just won't stop bothering me. Yeah, when the Most High tell the mountains to stay still, you know what I'm saying? That's a law. You know what I'm saying? Without these laws, this place will be everywhere. It'll be like your imagination. You know how you dream weird ass dreams? You know what I'm saying? I'll give it a good example of a dream. You know what I'm saying? I had a dream that I was on a city, and then I looked up and it was islands and different cities floating around me and shit. And, you know, I was jumping everywhere. You know, sometimes your dreams can be every fucking where, man. It can be hard to explain. So without these laws being set in, you know, it looked like that. You know, creation would be just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Mountains floating around, and you know what I'm saying? There ain't no sun. You know, if the Most High didn't have these natural laws and these commandments that he got every day, it wouldn't be the reality that you see. People wouldn't have it. The Most High be like, oh, you know, forget these people. Forget about the human race. You know what I'm saying? And these people will be walking around or just drop dead because the Most High cut them off. You know, the prophets make a point. You are not in control of your own life. Ain't no way. You might feel like you got free will, but you're not in control. Yahweh is in control of your life, man. The Lord is in control of everything, man. There's nothing that the Lord has control over, you know. So it says, the princes of Judah are like those who remove a landmark. I will pour out my wrath on them like water. Because now you got, it's so screwed up, and the white man oppression is so terrible. You got brothers and sisters joining them. You know what I'm saying? And brothers and sisters that don't know and that's following the laws and the things of this white man's world. They following the laws and the dictatorship of this white man's world. They and they don't even have to know about the racism and all of that. They just following in line blindly, you know, blindly to blind. You know what I'm saying? Just being blind and just going through the ways of the world, being carefree, not giving a fuck. You know what I'm saying? And not knowing that they are part of the customs of the white man. The white man got you, man. Because the white man is blind and he leads the blind, you know, and they all following him, whether they know it or not, you know. So it says the princes of Judah are like those who remove a landmark, you know. And that go from being a house nigga all the way to gangbanging, you know what I'm saying? Because the white man do all that, you know what I'm, you know, he'll take your property, you know what I'm saying? He'll take over your city, you know, he'll take over your block. That's the same practice that the Edomites are doing. Is a lot of brothers and sisters that are the Israelites, they're doing that shit. You know, the main one that I can use is gangbanging, man. They'll take over blocks, a block name, it could be named Whitney, you know what I'm saying? A white woman named Whitney. And then, you know, the brothers in them be like, yeah, this Whitney block, huh? You know what I'm saying? This our block, man. Can't nobody come over here. And then a white man made this block, but you gonna say it's your block. You see that? It says the princes of Judah are like those who remove a landmark. You know what I'm saying? So the white man done named this. He done took the name out. You know what I'm saying? You know, he done took the name. You know what I'm saying? The original name of the block, or, you know, that piece of territory, done put a street on it and put a name on it. And then here come these motherfuckers. Here come the wicked the wicked Israelites come and rename the block. No, not rename the block. Take the name of the block and, you know, make it their own and shit. It's fucking weird, man. That's why I don't like gangbanging. It's just full of nonsense and wickedness, man. It's wicked as hell. And it's actually kind of funny. That's hilarious. But, you know, they done took that. Our people done took that and made it into a culture and then made it into a lifestyle. That's just sad, man. It says, I will pour out my wrath on them like water. That's right, because they forgot their heritage. Our people done forgot who they are. They done fell off. They don't remember Yahweh. They don't remember the Lord. They think the Lord is a white man, and he's not. They follow the dictatorships of this world, you know what I'm saying? And they forgot about where they came from. It's easy. So it says, Ephraim is oppressed and broken in judgment, because he willingly walked by human precept. Right. You done forgot about the Bible. You done forgot about the Lord's laws and all that. You know what I'm saying? You done made up your own laws. These Indians done made up their own shit. You know what I'm saying? They hate their own brother. They don't like Negroes, man. A great majority of Indians do not like Negroes, man. They done made up their own clans. That's because they got intermingled and remixed by white people. Right? White man remixed the hell out of them tribes, man. You know what I'm saying? They done took like the red. I'm just using examples like Blackfoot. You know what I'm saying? Tribe, the Redfoot tribe, the Calf tribe. You know what I'm saying? They worshiping the Eagle tribe. You got this man with a what used to be an Israelite custom. You got this man wearing a damn big ass eagle hat, talking about the spirit of the eagle gonna take you to heaven. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no damn spirit of the eagle. It's no eagle god up there. You know, they would exalt an animal over God. Because that's what the Indians do. The Most High don't like that shit. That's idol worship, man. And that's they then took their customs from Edomites. Edomites worship animals and shit. I done seen so many goddamn weird ass skits and what do they call them? Reels and vines. You know what I'm saying? It was one where this white nigga was this Edomite. He was kissing a tiger. Nigga kissed a tiger on. It was a lioness. You know how the lioness look, you know, brown, and they don't have a mane. He was kissing them. Wait. I got a remix. He was kissing a hyena on the mouth, my nigga. Like, on the mouth, my nigga. He kissed them on the mouth. Talking about you got to have a relationship with your animals. No, that is a beast of the earth. This nigga done kissed them on the mouth, you know? Or this woman, you know what I'm saying? These women, these white women are weird. They got certain animals that belong in the woods, in the wilderness, in their fucking house. Like the sugar glider event. You know what I'm saying? Where they have these little marsupials, they call them. They call it sugar gliders. You know what I'm saying? And they nocturnal creatures that belong outside, and they're not equivalent to the flying squirrel, but you can relate them to the flying squirrel because they fly. You know, they're mouse that can fly or glide, you know what I'm saying, from tree to tree. You know what I'm saying? They eat fruit, you know what I'm saying? They herbivores, you know, and vegetarians, and they eat fruit, and they do certain things in the wilderness, you know? And it's still a beast of the earth. They got these motherfuckers in their house, and people done told them and gave them warnings about, you know, you're not supposed to have those kind of animals in your home because they require the forest and the things around them for a reason. Man, these Edomites don't give a fuck. There was one to where... Which one was it? That I had seen recently. It was weird. It was one where this guy, he was a farmer, and he had a big ass emu. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes he probably would let the emu even come into his house. You know, I don't know, but as far as I'm concerned, they be having different animals in their house that's not supposed to be there, man. That's not supposed to be there. Probably let a big ass pig into their house. Oh, they do take ownerships in pigs too. They consider a pig no different than a dog. You know, they be owning piglets and all that and shit, having them in their homes and shit. What's another one? Etc. You know, but that's how much my mind can conjure up from what I've seen on these reels. They just be having different animals and different, you know what I'm saying, things in their house that they're not supposed to have. These motherfuckers belong outside and you got them outside. No, you got them inside your house when they belong outside. Weird shit. It says, what else it says? It says, because he willingly walked by human precept, human laws. And the human laws is in the Bible, to worship the Most High and to follow his laws, statutes, and commandments. That's the whole point of the children of Israel. And to walk and to be in Godhood. Simple as that. It wasn't hard, but it's been complicated because of what our people do, and what they do now is what they've always done. Like the story, I think it was Song of Solomon, it says there's no new thing under the sun. So what our people been doing now, you know what I'm saying? They've been doing it ages ago. It says, therefore I will be to Ephraim like a moth, and to the house of Judah like rottenness. When Ephraim saw his sickness and Judah saw his wound, then Ephraim went to Assyria and sent to King Jareb, yet he cannot cure you. That's right. So they turn to white people. Whenever something bad happens, they'll go to them. You feel me? They don't turn to the Lord. They go and pray to the oppressor. That's what our people do. They believe, you know what I'm saying, in the dictatorships of white people. Like a great example, you know what I'm saying, of what Apostle Tahar was saying. Instead of us eating right and having a diet, you know what I'm saying, and using the vegetables, because the vegetables are original medicine, we go to the pharmaceuticals and we'll go get painkillers. You know what I'm saying? We'll go get different medicines. We'll go get acid pills and all that for acid reflux and all that, not knowing that the things in the pharmaceuticals is killing us. You know what I'm saying? And instead of us doing that, we'll go and get the things in the pharmaceuticals that'll kill us instead of eating right. You know what I'm saying? So it says they would go. Then Ephraim went to Assyria and sent to King Jareb, yet he cannot cure you, nor heal you of your wound. For I will be like a lion to Ephraim, and like a young lion to the house of Judah. Even I will tear them and go away. It says, I will take them away, and no one shall rescue. It says, I will return again to my place till they acknowledge their offense. That's exactly what's happening, or what happened, during 70 AD and the transatlantic slave trade. That's exactly what happened. Because some of these precepts are past tense, and then you got some of them that are future tense. They go back to back. Without the right guidance or without the right knowledge, you wouldn't even know what the Lord was talking about. It says, come and let us return to Yahweh, for he has torn us, but he will heal us. He has stricken, but he will bind us up. After 2 days, he will revive us. And the 2 days, it says 1 year. No, 1,000 years in the eye of the Lord is 1 day. So after 2 days, which we in that present time, to where the Most High is going to come and put the healing, you know what I'm saying, on Israel, which is happening now. A lot of us is waking up knowing who we are. A lot of us brothers is coming out to the highways and byways. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us brothers is studying, reading the Bible, understanding what it truly means, and going back to Yahweh, going back to the Lord, And it says after 2 days. So people would mean like, oh, 2 days, you mean 2 days, you know what I'm saying? In the past, the Lord came back. No, he ain't, because you don't understand the deepness of the Bible. You don't read, You don't read, you don't understand, you don't listen to the prophets, you know what I'm saying, when they break down the shit. And 2 days is 1,000 years each. 1,000 years, 2,000 years later, I do believe. That's what the Lord is saying. So right now we in 2022. Nobody care about him. Don't get your ass whooped. It says, so it's 2022 right now. You know what I'm saying? So after 2,000 years later, you know what I'm saying? Now, the word is coming out. Ever since the events that happened in New York City, you feel me? And the things that are happening from Alba Bibbins to One West to Great Millstone, you feel me? Hold on. Uh-huh. It says, okay, so from One West, because regardless of here, I'm going to still teach. It says after One West and Great Millstone, you know what I'm saying? What is you? Yeah, have a good day. If you're going to listen, but I'm online right now, so I'm teaching. And it says, so we done had the truth for like 80 years or so. The actual truth for like 80 to 90 years, So, the word has been out for a long time. And he said after It says after 2 days he will revive us. So 2 days is 2,000 years later. So a lot of people will get this wrong and be like, man, I don't understand what the Bible is saying. It does not make sense to me, you know. But without the proper breakdowns, of course you wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying? Of course you wouldn't know. Without the proper breakdowns, without the prophets and the brothers is telling us what's going on, and without us being properly taught, this little precept stumble a lot of brothers, man. It stumble a lot of Christians. Okay, so when I ask a Christian, it says after 2 days he will revive us. What does that mean? And it's so simple to me, you know what I'm saying? But it will be highly difficult for them to understand, you know? It says on the third day he will raise us up that we might live in his sight. And that's spiritually talking about now. You know what I'm saying? We're not in the 1,000 year, but it's spiritually talking about now, because it's 2 days have passed. You know what I'm saying? So that's what he's talking about, the present time, the future, now, you know? And that's exactly what the white people are estimating, because they even time, dates, seasons, years, all that has been remixed. All of that has been told to us have been a lie. You know what I'm saying? The days of the week, you know what I'm saying? The clock, you know, your age, all that has been a lie, you know? Let me watch my back. You got all kinds of crazy people and shit. Gotta watch out. Some people don't come for edification. Some people come to bother you and to start mess. So, you know, it gotta be understanding, you know? I don't want nobody standing by me and they drugged out of their mind. They drunk out of their mind, and, you know, they eventually certain people like that attack you, so you gotta be careful. You know, and I'm by myself, you know, I don't mind fighting, but if it's not required, I'm avoiding it at all costs. There's no need, you know, but thank the Most High that he removed that spirit. I'm just watching my back. You never know, you know what I'm saying, what kind of spirit, you know, come your way, you know. It says, let us pursue the knowledge of Yahweh. So it'll give you, you know, read the Bible to understand it, you know what I'm saying, and read and consider the things that are in the Bible, you know. It says his going forth is established as the morning. He will come to us like the rain, the latter and the former rain to the earth. Meaning that he gonna send blessings. He gonna give you that knowledge of the past and the future. You know what I'm saying? So when you live in this present time, you get to study. And the more you study, you know the future. We know the future, you know what I'm saying, of America. We know the end of the world. We know that, and then we know our past. We know how we ruled, you know what I'm saying? We know that we are the gods that the Lord is talking about. We know how we fell off and fell from heaven and fell from our rulership. Remember, heaven means rulership. You know, we fell from all that. The Lord took away our blessings, you know what I'm saying, and cursed us for the things that we were doing. And the Most High say in the Bible, I'm a jealous man. So you made the Lord jealous by replacing him with an idol, with a statue. God is like, that's not real. That's not a God. You know what I'm saying? I am Yahweh. I am God. There is no other. So that's how we got here, because we betrayed the Lord and we went against Yahweh, and we didn't listen to his laws. We didn't listen to these precepts. So now we got to deal with all these curses. We got to deal with great corruption. We got to deal with these white people coming head on to us, trying to destroy us repeatedly, day after day. This is repeatedly, day after day, man. Our people are being destroyed day after day, perpetual. Now they're getting ready for the big finale, because they know that the time is almost up. So the white man is about to go as hard as possible to destroy us, you know, and that's not even going to work, you know. It's not going to work. It's all a part of the Lord's plan. Everything is a part of Yahweh's plan. Everything. It says, O Ephraim, what shall I do to you? O Judah, what shall I do to you? Now that's scary, because the Most High is like, all right, since you don't want to listen, I got something for you. You don't want to return. You don't want to repent. You don't want to worship me. I got something for you. What am I gonna do to you to make you believe that I exist? What am I gonna do to get you to repent and to come back? You know, when the Most High start thinking about this, he thinking of a high level of destruction. He gonna get all of them. You know what I'm saying? So it says, O Ephraim, what shall I do to you? O Judah, what shall I do to you? For your faithfulness is like a morning cloud, and like the early dew, it goes away. So it's saying that you know, people play around with the Bible too much. Our people play with it too much. They'll listen to the prophets and then forget they even existed the next day. Don't even come around. They'll probably skip a block or two. You know what I'm saying? To get away from the prophets, all that. They'll get they'll get they'll sit there and you could be talking about the Bible to their face and giving them all the precepts. You know me, I got the little chariot sighting. I show them little chariot sighting because it's real. You know what I'm saying? And they'll forget about all that and move on the next day. They'll forget about it quickly. You know what I'm saying? Like a shadow that passed away. They don't care about the word. And God know it. God know the ones that mean repentance in their heart. And God know the ones that don't care about it at all. They don't care. So God said, what I'm going to do to make you care? Oh, I got some ideas. Like the events that's happening now. I'll give you a good example. Oh, I can take your money away. Oh, I can stop them cars from working. I can even get your kids out of school. I'll mess school up. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you know what I'm saying? Cut your lights off, cut your gas off, because that's what's on the line right now during the economic collapse. You know? I'll let these white people take it all from you, man. You know? And you still wouldn't have no common sense. You still wouldn't believe, you know? Because God is going to harden their hearts not to. You know, but some of them, God is going to have that awareness to where they're going to know that the Lord did it. And they're going to go seek the prophets, you know what I'm saying, the real men of the Lord, to go and get answers. But like God say, I will not hear them. Where it say that? It says, with their flocks and herds, they shall go to seek Yahweh, but they will not find him. He has withdrawn himself from them. That's exactly what happened, man. Even in the past, when we was going into slavery, everybody was thinking about Yahweh. Like, did we do something wrong? Did we anger the Lord? Yes. You know what I'm saying? So when these times happen, you know what I'm saying? Like they said, it's going to be worse than the time that we got traded off in the transatlantic slave trade in the 70 AD, the collapse of the Jerusalem Empire. You know what I'm saying? The collapse of the Israelites and the fall of them, you know what I'm saying, due to the white men, the Romans running up in there and killing them all and taking over their estate, taking over their empire, you know. It's going to be worse than that, you know. Because our people are not knowing that all these things happened before, you know. But this time it's going to be 10 times worse, way worse, man. And most I say, I'm not going to stop until all of y'all gone. I'm going to take your life for the things that you do. For the wages of sin is death, but through Yahweh is eternal life. So you don't come back to Yahweh. You don't repent. You don't go back. You don't stop the things that you're doing. You don't change your life. You don't make it better. You don't seek the Lord. You don't study. You don't do none of these things. God said, I'm going to come and take your life is the price you pay for all these things. And the most I say, some of the rewards is you getting to see the end of days, you know. You getting to see the end of the world. You getting to see the fall of Esau, the coming of Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people going to die and not even going to be able to see all that. You got people that's dying before we get to Jacob's trouble. You got people that's dying before we get to the chip. You know what I'm saying? The brain chip in the head or the right forehand. No, the right hand. You know what I'm saying? However they going to do it, but it's still the same thing. It's the brain chip. You know, I'm not going to say it out loud, but you know, well, I'm going to just say it. Mark of the beast. You know, brain chip. You know, so a lot of people are dying before they see in these miracles, and the people that seeing the miracles now, they still don't consider them. The people that seeing these plagues and this famine and the sword drawn near, you got different armies, you got UN troops hiding everywhere. So when the time come, they're gonna spring that trap that they laid for the children of Israel, and then go out there and go kill them. Man, they've all been trapped. They want to bring out a new world order, all kinds of strange things are happening. They want to change your laws on the May 22nd. They want to change our laws and change the way they do health and how they do vaccines and how they put them on the people. They want to push it on you by force. They don't want it to be a recommendation no more. They already trying to take away your gas. They not playing about that shit. They don't care how bad you want to riot. They don't care how bad you want to go and attack and kill. They like, go on and do it. We want you to do it. The white man is pushing the collapse. He's not trying to stop the collapse. The white man is pushing it. You know what I'm saying? From the damn elites all the way down to the feds and the government, they're doing all of this shit on purpose, man. They want you to come. They want you to riot. They want you to start some shit so they can hurry up and change all this shit before the Messiah get here. They want to change all this shit. It says, "O Ephraim, what shall I do to you?" Hold on. It says, "O Ephraim, what shall I do to you? O Judah, what shall I do to you? Your faithfulness is like a morning cloud." It says, "and like the early dew, it goes away." Therefore I have hewn them by the prophets, I have slain them by the words of my mouth. Right, the prophets over there speaking the words of Yahweh, and it's going around all the world. But guess what? A great majority of our people, they just won't repent. They won't come back. So the Most High say, I got something for you. I got certain judgments, and I got certain things that's going to make you reconsider. Before you die, when that bullet enter your heart, or when you get caught up by explosion, you know, you got women that are very prideful. Before you get raped to death by all these men, you're going to consider me. Like, damn, like, Lord, help me. That's the only time they're going to scream is when they got a near-death experience. You know what I'm saying? Or when they about to die, Lord, please get me up out of this, and I promise you I won't do none of the things that I've been doing. Why would you say that before you die? You know what I'm saying? As soon on impact, like death impact, before you get hit, before you get caught in a car crash, you got you about to get hit in the head by a bullet unaware. You know what I'm saying? You about to get overtaken by a disease. You got people that really consider the Lord before they die, before their last breath. I'm sorry, Lord, and just give up the ghost, man. And God like, well, you should have did all that before. You know, you should have repented and changed your life before. You know, you should have let me in before you did all that. Why would you wait till your wickedness get to its height to consider Yahweh? You know what I'm saying? You wait till you got people that's gonna do that, and there's people that's doing that now. Like, maybe I should read the Bible. Maybe I should pray. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this will all go away if I consider the Lord, consider Yahweh, you know what I'm saying, and love the Lord and repent from all the things that I do. Maybe he'll reverse this disease. And if the Most High does do it in certain cases, and they'll still go back and do the shit that they told the Lord that they're not going to do. They don't truly repent. They don't truly forget about their deeds and stop the things that they do. They just don't consider it. And the Lord is like, all right, we're going to see. Now I'm going to really get you. You know what I'm saying? Because you got people that mean it, and then you got people that don't mean it, you know? It says, therefore I have hewn them by the prophets. I have slain them by the words of my mouth. You can't defeat the word of the Lord. You can't defeat the prophets. You can't defeat the followers. So what they going to do? They're going to either keep fighting back, you know what I'm saying? Or they're going to forget about the word. They're going to bypass it and then go somewhere else, you know, and do their own thing, you know, because they can't beat the prophets. They too smart. The Spirit of the Lord is on Great Millstone and the prophets all the way on down. So they too smart to be defeated. So they're going to keep fighting back, or some of them just going to be like, you know what? Who cares about that? I'm going out in the world and go and do something else. There's plenty of things in the world to learn than this. Not knowing that that's the best thing you should learn. The greatest thing you learned in the world was Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, you know, in the name of Yahushai, the Lord, you know what I'm saying, his only begotten son Yahushai, you know what I'm saying, knowing that you are Israelite, knowing about the slave trade, knowing the truth, knowing about the great race wars that's been happening over the ages, knowing that the white man is the devil, knowing about the economic crash, you know what I'm saying, knowing about the world, knowing about changing your mind and how you think, you know what I'm saying, changing the person that you are, you know, knowing about being smart. All these things, they just throw that shit out the window. That's not for them. Right now, the time and day that we live in, everything that our people is doing is a distraction. Down from your music, down from your kids. I'm gonna be real, you know. If you're not in the word, your kids could be a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Down from the money that you make, that's a distraction. You know what I'm saying? Down from your livelihood, how you live, that's a distraction. All these things that they do, these people are doing, they just distracted until the new world order, you know, until the white man get ready to release that shit. Like, all right, let's get this popping. These people are asleep. They're not knowing what we're doing. We're going to creep around them. We're going to stab them from the back, kill them from behind. We're going to kill them in their sleep. You know, that's exactly what these white people are preparing to do. It's so wicked. It's so bad. These white people are prepared to kill their own, my nigga, just to get that point across. Oh, they sleep. They, you know, these white people, these lower level white people, they gotta go too. You know, they don't qualify just because they white. You know what I'm saying? This is the true nature of the white man, the devil. He don't even care about his own. He'll kill his own. I'm trying to tell you, my nigga. He gonna kill his own during this great reset. He gonna kill his own, and he gonna kill the children of Israel, man. He don't care about nothing. It says, and your judgments are like that, the light that goes forth, for I have mercy, and for I desire mercy and not sacrifice, and the knowledge of Yahweh more than burnt offerings. But like men, they transgressed the covenant. They dealt treacherously with me. It says, Gilead is a city of evildoers. That's what's going on right now. And defiled with blood, as a band of robbers lie in wait for a man. So the company of priests murder on the way to Shechem. Surely they they commit lewdness. And he talking about not only gangbangers, he talking about these fake prophets and these fake priests. Because you got niggas that's out there saying that they pushing the word of Yahweh, you know what I'm saying? But they lies, they getting paid. You know, they got the Bible in the front and they got a guap of money that they getting from the white man, and the behind they, you know, they put their hand behind the back, they got hella stacks, they got hella racks. You got some of them that's pushing, you know what I'm saying, wicked ideology, like you go and take the booster shots, you know, when you're not supposed to. Everybody know that. Everybody should be aware of the secret of the booster shot by now, but not too many people know, because not too many people study. But if you aware of it, don't take that shit, you know what I'm saying? Don't take nothing that the government give you. So, you know, you got people, you got priests, that people that call themselves, brothers that call themselves priests, pushing that shit. You got them pushing different names of the Lord, when that clearly that's not his name. We know that the Paleo-Hebrew describes the true name of the Lord, and the true name of the Lord is in the Paleo-Hebrew. That is the truth. They don't say no other name but that name, but they'll call him different other names and shit, you know? But that's all strategic plan from the Most High, you know? It's all a necessary evil. You got good, you got evil. It has to be necessary. It has to be a balance. Somebody got to be evil, somebody has to be good, you know? So they are necessary evil, but it's just the wickedness that they do is amazing, man. It's amazing how blind they are. It's amazing how wicked and evil they are. They go against the word. They strive against the word, you know? And you can't do nothing for it but help it, you know? God said it would be wicked antichrist and wicked false priests during these times, man. It says, as a band of robbers lie in wait for a man. You know, you got brothers that's gangbanging, heavy in the gangbanging. They push drugs, violence. You know what I'm saying? In order to get street cred, you got to kill some people. You got to commit some robberies. That way we know you're a part of the gang. You know what I'm saying? You gotta DP this nigga. You gotta shoot this nigga in front of a gang of niggas just to prove that you hard. You know? That's for them wicked ass gang members too, man. They push it on the young generation too. You got old cracked out gang members that's talking about you gonna be from the gang, you gonna sell crack. You know what I'm saying? You gonna do weed, you gonna do these pills. We're gonna go to this party. You know what I'm saying? You gonna bring the strap into the club. All kinds of wickedness that our brothers is doing. It says, surely they commit lewdness. I have seen a horrible thing in the house of Israel. There is the harlotry of Ephraim. Israel is defiled. Also Judah also, O Judah, a harvest is appointed from you. When I return the captives of my people, when I would have healed Israel, then the iniquity of Ephraim was uncovered. So God give many warnings for our people to return and come back to me. I won't do these things if you stop what you're doing. Over the ages, that's what had happened until the Lord just finally was like, you know what? They ain't gonna listen to me, so we gonna do something. I'm gonna do something about it, man. Bam, slavery. Bam, our collapse. Bam, you got the white man. He took over the world. All these things. The Lord did it because we didn't want to listen. It says, in the wickedness of Samaria, for they have committed fraud. A thief comes in. A band of robbers take spoil outside. They do not consider in their hearts that I remember all their wickedness. You got gangbangers like that, making up songs and tracks talking about, Lord God, forgive me for what I do. You know what I'm saying? Forgive me for my sins. You know, forgive me for the bad things that I've done. I can't stop doing it, Lord. Just have mercy on me and forgive me, Lord, because I can't change, you know? And the Most High say, I hear the words that you're saying out of your mouth. I hear your pride. I hear how hard you think. Our brothers and sisters, you know what I'm saying? Especially when it comes to the gang life, to the drugs, and to the overzealous pride that our people got, man. This is what they push. This is how the fuck they act. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, Lord say, I got something for you, man. I'm gonna hit you, and you ain't even gonna know I did it. That's how fast I'm gonna come after these people, man. And then the Most High, now we at the point to where we at the end of America, and America is going on to a downhill slide into an economic crash. God said, I'm gonna get y'all all together. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna remember. You're gonna have respect for me after I'm done with your ass, man. For real. Because our people don't have respect. Our people do not care, man. They do not care. They don't be mindful. They're not mindful of the scourges, like it said in the book of Esdras. They don't care about the things that the Lord is doing to get their attention. They want to keep doing what they do. They don't want to believe in the Lord. They want to live life the way they done deemed it. Some people are like, oh, white people are cool. I don't see nothing wrong with them. Man, our people are so retarded and so stupid. It's amazing, man. It's amazing that all the history and all the things and all the atrocities done to the children of Israel, a great bulk of them still don't believe that shit happened. Like, oh my goodness, my fucking head hurt when it comes to our people, man. It says, And that's what's happening today. It says, in the wickedness of Samaria, for they have committed fraud. A thief comes in, a band of robbers takes spoil outside. They do not consider in their hearts. Exactly. Before you got brothers that's so heavy into gangbanging and shit, they kill niggas and they don't consider the consequences. They don't. They go and go rob a nigga and take everything that he got and don't worry about the sins that they do. They don't look back on it. They'll go pop some pills, do some powder, and then forget about it. And then commit more sin, commit more sin, commit more sin. It becomes a lifestyle, becomes something that they're used to. Since they felt like they got away with it, they don't think that they ain't gonna get no recompense, no consequence about it in the end. You know what I'm saying? And most likely, to my surprise, a lot of brothers do get their work at the end, man. God don't let them get away. You ain't gonna get away from the Lord. It's impossible, You can go run and hide from a man, but you can't run and hide from the Lord. You can't run and hide from Yahweh. Yahweh see all the things that you do. So God say, this is what sometimes God will let them live. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully they can reconsider the things that they do, because you can't repent, man. And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, God take their life, man. All right, when this nigga get into the next gunfight, have one of them brothers, you know what I'm saying, hit him in the chest, knock him off, you know what I'm saying, and then that be the end of their ass, So for all them brothers that's out there doing the shit that they do, it ain't cool. You're not gonna fucking get away with it, So it says that I remember all their wickedness. Now their own deeds have surrounded them. They are before my face. They make a king glad with their wickedness and princes with their lies. So you got the white man that's over there laughing at them like, look at these black people. They won't change. They're still doing all the wickedness. They just disgusting. They still gangbanging. They still out there doing what they want. They still doing all these drugs. They'll never get back to being the people of God. That's what the white man say. They'll never get back to their royalty. They don't care about it. Even if the prophets is out there preaching, these people don't care. They care about what I do. They care about the world that I make. They like my laws. They like my lifestyle. They like my money, my cars, my home. In the eyes of the Stockholm Syndrome slaves, white man is God, So, and it says, and princes with their lies, and you got the princes, like rappers, like actress, you know what I'm saying, like these people that feel like okay, since they Israelites, they higher ups, they done made it somewhere, I should listen to them. I should listen to Denzel Washington. You know what I'm saying? I should listen to what's that man name? That's always in the karate and shit. I should listen to Michael B. Jordan. You know what I'm saying? I should listen to Barack Obama. I should listen to Martin Luther King. I should listen to Snoop Dogg. I should listen to Ice Cube. You got niggas that really look up to these niggas, man. They consider them their gods in their life, man. All the way from drugs. Oh, I should look up to Cardi B. I should look up to Janet Jackson. I should look up to, what's another wicked ass actress or wicked artist? I should look up to Beyonce. That's my God. That's my idol. She's my everything. I done heard women say it out of their mouths, man. Out of their mouths, man. This is what, and it says, and princes with their deeds. You know what I'm saying? So you got people that's laughing at them and that's happy that they doing the things that they do, man. And it's making our people worse as a generation, and it's making our people wax worse and worse in their wickedness. It's terrible, man. They are all adulterous like an oven heated by a baker. He ceases stirring the fire after netting the dough. It is leavened. In the day of our king, princes have made him sick. Inflamed with wine, he stretched out his hand with scoffers. They prepared their heart like an oven, meaning that they burned like an oven. They didn't consider God nor his works. They didn't care about the Lord. They don't give a fuck. They're going to keep doing whatever they doing, and they're not going to listen to the Lord. They're not minding the judgments and the things that the Lord is bringing on them. In fact, they hate God. They hate Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? They hate the things that he's doing. They hate the times that's coming. They hate the end of the economic collapse. They hate the end of the world. They hate the prophets. They hate those of us that follow them. They really do. You know what I'm saying? You got brothers that don't even listen. They not even aware of what you're talking about. But the fact that you mentioned the return of the Most High, that that Yahweh is black, Yahweh is black, Yahweh is dark skinned, his son is dark skinned. You mentioned the end of the world. You mentioned the fall of the white people. You mentioned the race wars. They don't even have to spiritually know. They don't have to be aware. They just spiritually start hating you for no fucking reason. They'll go back at you. Well, I don't believe that's going to happen, but I do take all things into consideration. That's because they don't want it to happen. They're not prepared for the end of the world. They're not prepared for the economic crash. They're not prepared for what's coming. They're not prepared for the riots. They're not prepared for the great destruction. They're not prepared for hyperinflation. You know what I'm saying? They scared of all that. These people don't want this shit to happen, but it's happening, man. And I want it to happen. You think I want to live the rest of my days under some white nigga calling me into work every day? You think I want to live the rest of my days knowing the truth? You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, I know the truth, but it's never going to happen. I don't want, like, or like saying, like, you know what I'm saying? If, you know, the Most High never had the Bible, you know what I'm saying? Like, these things were never happening. You actually think I want to live where a white man got his foot on my neck for all of eternity, forever? I got to work, you know what I'm saying? I got to bust my ass. I got to grow old like this, and then I'll work myself to death supporting my kids and my family, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully they come out good. Hopefully they don't come out wicked, you know what I'm saying? And in time, I'm not going to be able to live forever. I got to watch my people forever do crack, drugs, gangbang, you know what I'm saying, all the way into their death. You got people that's coming up of our people making fun of our people that's low, that'll never see that up sunny side of things, you know what I'm saying? You got people that's, you know, just blind to the fact that this white man is the devil and they rather let this nigga rule forever. Hell no, man. Hell no. That's not a reality that I want. I want Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai to come in this world. I want a new world. I want a better place. I don't want to sit here knowing that it's a time and date to where I'm going to die. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to sit here knowing that I got to work all my life because I didn't do good in school, you know? I failed in a high school diploma, so I got to forever work these crackhead, greedy jobs and work for the white man. He called me in. He just worked me off as a slave until I die and somebody else take my place. Or if I have children, they're born into this world and they got to go through the same dictates and the same slavery that I did. Nah, man. That's why I ain't had no kids, man. I did exactly what the Lord said. God said, whatever you do in this life, please don't have no kids. It's not a bad thing not to have kids, you know what I'm saying? But the times that we entering into and the things that can happen to you, don't have no kids. That's some real shit. Don't have no kids. Because like as soon as my sister, it was funny that my sister had a baby, you know what I'm saying, like 3 to 4 days ago, and they already talking about running out of baby formula. I seen that as a spiritual thing, spiritual sign. Like God says a time and day to where he said, if since you forget me, I'm going to also forget your kids. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord is saying. I'm going to forget your children all the way down to your newborns, all the way up to your kids that's already grown. I'm going to forget all y'all. I'm not caring no more. One of the greatest signs, no, one of the strongest signs that's popping off the page is not the strongest, but it's being noticed. The baby formula that's coming up missing and the things that you need to keep newborns from not being malnourished. I just said it wrong. It was supposed to come out right, but I said it wrong. But without the nutrients that they need to grow, sorry, because I couldn't, malnutrient, there you go, malnutrient, you know what I'm saying, under health, that's going to stop your kids from growing, man. And God says it's a time and day to where I'm going to forget your kids. I don't care about your children. I don't care about them. They all wicked anyway. They all evil as hell. They don't want to listen. You got kids that have no knowledge of the Bible, and they don't know about the Bible, and they saying F God, on God this, on God that. You know what I'm saying? I put that on God that I'll beat you up. I put that on God, I'll kill your people. You got kids like that, 12 years old, all the way going up to even probably even younger, to where the motherfuckers, all they need to understand is gangbanging and a gun. You know what I'm saying? Or just even a slight of wickedness, doing things that they want to do. They don't respect their family. They don't respect shit. And you know what's scary about it? They parents teach them to be like that. They do. I don't care about my son. Let him do what he want to do. If he want to be his own man, let him be his own man. If he gay, then I accept that about my kid. You know what I'm saying? If she's gay, then I'll accept that and we'll work around that. Because they ain't got all that time. You know what I'm saying? They so at work, that Stockholm Syndrome, slavery. You know, you got a parent that's working more than a 9 to 5 at a career job. He got a high school diploma and all that. And somehow, some way, this motherfucker can only get vacation every 2 to 3 months. You making all this grant and support your house, but you're not physically there for your kids. You know what I'm saying? That's another way it could give birth to wickedness too. And kids doing whatever the fuck they want. You over here busting your ass, you know what I'm saying? You trying to be there for your kids partially, but you don't got time because you got to wake up at 10 in the morning and go do construction. You know what I'm saying? You got to wake up, you know what I'm saying, on call sometimes. You don't even go to sleep. You got people that's corporate-wise and that fall asleep and go to sleep at their desk. They so into work. They so into their study. I don't got time. You know what I'm saying? I'll probably fit in time with my family and all that when I get there on schedule. You know what I'm saying? But they don't really have time for these kids. You got some parents that's drugged out. You know what I'm saying? Out of control, doing drugs, doing crack, doing weed, over drinking. You know what I'm saying? Always going out to party. They don't got time for their kids. I done seen it, man. With certain baby mamas that ain't got no daddy, they wish they didn't even have a kid. They only had the kid to have the nigga. You know what I'm saying? Oh, that hurt. The child was only born to keep the nigga down. And when the nigga didn't want to be in a relationship with the girl, and he don't want his child, he abandoned the child and the girl. So the girl is over there talking about, come on. You know what I'm saying? The kid could be like 5 to 10 steps behind the bitch. I done seen it. Can't tell me I'm a lie. These women are wicked. You know what I'm saying? Our people are wicked. And they teach their kids that wickedness, man. Talking about, come on, hurry up, Sydney. We about to go. Get over here. No, it could care less. You know, it's nothing worse than a woman that's drugged out that's trying to raise kids, man. She gonna care about the drugs more than she care about her kids. You feel me? Hey, Yahweh willing, now some of our people, I do see some of our people get themselves online and get back on track, but most of the time, not all of them make it out of this horrible lifestyle. It's horrible, man. And they don't consider the Lord. They don't consider the prophets. They don't accept the word of Yahweh. They don't accept their heritage. They don't accept nothing. So God said, I'm going to make it harder and harder on you. These curses are going to be on you till you're destroyed. And that's some real shit. So it says, he ceases stirring the fire after netting the dough. It is unleavened. In the day of our king, princes have made him sick, inflamed with wine. He stretched out his hand with scoffers. Exactly, man. People so inflamed off the drugs, they'll go against the prophets. And they don't even have to know what you're talking about. Oh, God is love. God is peace. God is, you know what I'm saying? God is Jesus Christ. They hear you call him the wrong name. They want to speak up. Talking about Jesus is love. Love one another. I don't believe in God. I don't believe in nothing. No, I'm God. You know what I'm saying? I've seen crackhead niggas say that too. I'm God. Or I don't believe in nothing. I don't believe in God. Out of just being puffed up with the spirit of pride, they feel like they got enough balls. They'll tell the prophets that. They'll tell them that, man. They'll tell brothers that. They'll tell brothers to shut up when they're over here for your benefit, for your help. The Lord put them there to help you, to give you the word. You know what I'm saying? Some brothers walk past and don't even bat an eye to the prophets. Oh, you know, baby, we about to go home. You know what I'm saying? And girlfriend asks, who are those brothers over there on the corner? I don't know. They just some black Israelite, probably black Israelite, or, you know what I'm saying, black movement. You know, they probably know a little bit of breathing knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That's even worse. What's worse than an Israelite that know that they Israelite and they don't consider it and they don't believe in it. You know, they push that shit aside. You feel me? Scoffers, you know, people who talk mess about the Bible, people who talk about the Lord, people who laugh at the prophets, people who go against the prophets, people who ignore, you know, Great Millstone and the prophets all the way on down. They don't consider the times that they in. They see you out there preaching and doing all that you can to get you to notice the Bible and all that, but they don't consider it. They don't consider it. I'm about to close out. I got a couple of more scriptures and then I'm going to close out because my phone about to die. And my bus about to come in a minute. You know, it was a beautiful little thing, you know what I'm saying, for me to get into the word and tell y'all to the best of my abilities, you know what I'm saying. I'm still learning. I still know a great deal. It's kind of weird, you know what I'm saying. So when I'm on it, I do word for word, line upon line, precept upon precept. But when I'm one-on-one with people, you know what I'm saying, and I'm one-on-one with brothers and sisters, the spirit just come upon me and I just start talking about every goddamn thing. The spirit is weird like that, you know what I'm saying. So directly, both ways. You can be putting it out on the highways and byways and on videos and on the internet, and then sometimes the Most High put you, you know, with a person one-on-one, and you might give them the best that you got, and the spirit might come upon you to talk about it all, you know, just to get them to understand. If they don't believe, at least you know what it is, you know, at least you know what's going on. So I'm gonna give you the last couple of precepts. It says they prepare their heart like an oven. It says while they lie in wait, their baker sleeps all night. In the morning it burns like a flaming fire. They are all hot like an oven, and have devoured their judges. All their kings have fallen. None among them calls upon me. Meaning that they don't care. They want to hurt the prophets. They want to kill us. You know what I'm saying? They want to hurt us brothers that's following the word, because since they going to get to a point in time to where they going to consider the word, and God is not going to want them no more. God is not going to love them no more. God going to be like, won't you just go to where you going to go? I don't care about you no more. You go ahead and go die. Well, I'm going to kill y'all. You know what I'm saying? Because I never believed from the get. You know, I never believed in the Lord from the get, and I thought that y'all all was crazy. They'll just snap on you and just change their countenance immediately. You know what I'm saying? You'd be hella surprised, like, damn, this nigga really didn't care about the word, didn't care about shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the Lord is saying. God say, I already know in their hearts. They don't want the world to end. They don't want things to change. Just, man, I can take a camera and I can walk up and down this bitch. I can walk through the neighborhoods where Jake is at and show you just how horrible it is. You telling me you don't want change? You telling me you don't need Yahweh? You don't need the Lord? You retarded, man. Retarded, but that's just how our people is. Just retarded. So it says, It says, Ephraim has mixed himself with amongst the people. Ephraim is a cake unturned. Aliens have devoured his strength, but he does not know. It says, yes, gray hairs are here and there on him, yet he does not know it. Meaning that our people, they don't know it. They don't consider the things that's happening. They don't consider the signs of the times. They don't know about that. They don't care about their history. One generation dies and another generation is born to move forward, and that generation don't know shit. The other generation probably knew, but this generation don't know. And they don't want to consider to figure out what's going on. And they don't want to know. Like God said, you don't want to know, but you're going to get mad at the prophets for not sharing that bread with you. You're going to get mad at the prophets because they got all that food and the Lord is taking care of them. You know what I'm saying? So they're going to get jealous and burn against them like you must be some sort of witch or a wizard. I never believed in God anyway. We're going to figure out how to kill them. We're going to take everything that they got, but the Lord is going to protect them. And instead of them trying to go against them, they're going to get killed them damn selves, man. Because all these people, they're going to riot, they're going to go crazy, man. And they're going to look for the prophets to try and kill them and try and hurt them, So, stay aware. The whole point, believe, you know what I'm saying? Love Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, the name Yahushua. Keep sucking in the knowledge. Keep listening to Great Millstone. Keep going hard. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about everything else that our brothers and sisters are doing. We're just doing the best that we can to try and help them and trying to, hopefully they repent. Hopefully they consider the things that they in and they turn back while there's still time. You only got so much little left in the hourglass. You feel me? You only got so many seconds left before Jacob's trouble just burst open, man. It's going to get you like a thief in the night. It's going to overtake these people so damn fast, they ain't going to know what hit them. But we going to know. And the Most High gave us the secret. We going to know everything, man. So with that, call on Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, in the name Yahushua. Shalom. It's on to the next video, Lord willing.